Welcome to another SketchUp tutorial. In this tutorial, I will talk about a tool called Follow Me tool, this one. Okay. And the concept I'm taking is of bolt. So let me go to the page which I've opened already. So see, these are different kinds of bolts here. I just typed bolts, and these are different kinds of bolts here, or so many types of bolts. You can type types of bolts, and so many different kinds will come here. But today we are interested in a bolt called countersink bolt. It's also called like tapered head bolt, or you can call that. You can see the head is tapered, and see how it's flush fits inside the surface. It's not protruding out of the surface. The tapered head kind of, if you make your surface like that, the cut in the surface like that, the bolt will nicely go inside the surface and it won't be outside, protruding outside the surface. So we are interested in this bolt, so you understand that. Okay, we are going to make it in our SketchUp now. Okay, I will make a hole somewhere there. Okay, but we need another piece. Okay, we need create another piece here, which will which we will make this slot in which we'll make this slot. First thing we need to do is remember this one was all like, you know, now two pieces were there and they are fused together. They should print as one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to looks like, you know, when you click on that one, looks like they are separate, but they're not there. Because you're selecting the surface. If you triple click any surface, the whole is selected. So that shows that this is all together. Now you can make a component. Whenever you want to start making another piece which is separate, you need to make sure that the original thing is as one component. Remember in the last episode we exploded it. We need to, if you want to keep it together, we need to triple click and right click and make component. Always do that if you want to keep things separate from another thing. Now we can work with we can make a piece here. So I'm going to take a tape measure. I will go from here first. So this is 10 and I will go 10 more. So 30, I'm going 30 from the end. So that is 20. That means if I go 10 this way and 10 that way from there, that will make a nice square here with this extra piece, this part. I'm going to make a rectangle. So rectangle tool is here. Click, enter. You see that this is a little bit darkish in color, the lines. This shows that this is a separate thing we are making. One more line here can be made. So I made a line, hopefully there. No, rectangle. I need to pick a line there. So that's what I've created. Push pull tool. I can lift this up, say 10. And this one we can lift up. Okay, see, it's not going beyond, but first 10 and then you can go further. This you can do. This is one way of doing things. Okay, so you can go 30 here. Okay, or something, but it produces lines here, right? It produces the lines which you have to delete now. Okay, so I have to delete these lines like that. So this is now one thing. This is one thing which is not joined with the other thing. See, this is a separate thing. If I triple click it, only this part is selected. It's not joined with the other base and that semicircular part which we made. Sorry about that. So that's one way of doing things. I'm going to show another way. Control Z, 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 Z. See, I made this line here beforehand. We know this 10. So instead of making that line in the beginning, if I now go push pull and lift it up, say 10, and now make another tape measure, make another line 10 mm away, and make a line on top of here, and now use push pull tool to push up, say 20. That is also good, right? Okay, no lines there to delete. So that's another way. So you can lift first, or push pull, use push pull and first, and then draw the line on top of that and then pull it up further up. Okay, that's one thing. Now I'm going to get the center here. So tape measure, I know this is 20, so 10, and again 10 here. You notice that I don't go in the middle. If I go in the middle, it kind of so if I go, see, it never, just stay a little bit out always. 10. So I got guides, and with the guides the center we have found. I can use the circle tool. You can press C on the keyboard to do that, and let's make it the hole I need is 5 mm diameter. They are like kind of standard boards, 5 mm boards. You can find 3 mm, 4 mm, 5 different thickness boards. Let's think that this is 5 mm. So that's 2.5 radius, 2.5, and I've just got this circle there, which I can pull down. But before you pull down, you should make the outer circle also, which is the head is bigger than the slot. Okay. So what we are going to do is, it's better to make the circle beforehand. I want to show you what the problem is, and there's a solution to that also. But let's first of all do I'm pulling it down a little bit, right? Don't worry about how much. Now I want to make a circle here again one more time. So if I press the circle there, you will see if it's sometimes it's okay, say it's coming up, but sometimes it's very hard to get the orientation properly, and it will come as a tilted kind of. At present it's going okay. So yeah, I prefer to make the circle, Control Z, beforehand. So I will make the circle. I was not able to show you the problem, but it's better to make the circle beforehand. Now think that the slot was 5 and say the head is 8. Okay, the head, tapered head is say 8. So that is the 4 mm dia. Okay, there you go. Okay. Always, and also notice, whenever I pull when I make the circle, it's either on green axis or on say red axis like that. So you have to be on the axis. Don't go in the middle making circles like that. That will be a problem later. So it's always better to move on the axis when you're making. So clicking 4 here and hitting enter gives me that circle on the outer for the. Now I can drop the center part, push pull tool, and I will go down. Remember, this is about 10 mm high, I think. Here you go. So that looks okay. Now sometimes you may think, how can have I gone through, because you can actually see the surface on the bottom, but you are not sure whether you have gone through the complete model or not, the whole slot has been made or not. So you can hide the other component, that you are working with this and you can hide the other ones. Okay, so that the best way to do is that you need to make this as component. You can make component anytime, and now you can go to view and hide rest of the model. So that will hide the other model, hide rest of the model. That's interesting, because should have hidden the other part. Okay, because when I go inside the component, so when I so it has now hidden the other one. So if I see unhide, the other part shows lighter, but you can still see it, right? You are working with this model now, but you can still see the other one. And what if you don't want to see the other one, whether even the light part you don't want to see? So you go to view, component, edit, hide rest of the model. That way you will not be able to see the rest of. So that's the setting you can do, and you can now see that you can actually see the whole is there. So it's sometimes you have to work with the individual component. You don't want others interfering. You can use this. Cool. I'm going to now click in this area and drop it down. Say the height was say 3. Here you go. Height of the head. Let me go back to explain this part I'm talking about. So the height here is about 3 mm I'm thinking. Okay, you can always measure that, right? So these things can be measured using vernier caliper, a tool. Okay, and we can measure and then bring here measurement, use those measurements here to create things. Okay, now I'm going to taper it, so make it tapered. At present it's like this, right? It's not tapered. Now here's the trick. You need to go in one of the places. Okay, doesn't matter, any, this one. Okay, so when you click, you can actually see the green line. Okay, click on that using the line, again click here, and now you can see the blue line. So we are in the blue axis, we are in the green axis, right? And now you can complete the third line like that. So you need to make that a triangle. You're making a triangle there. Make sense? Hopefully. And now comes the follow me tool. To use the follow me tool, this one, you need to first click on the select tool. Use the select tool first. Click on one of the circle, this one or that one. That one. Okay. I usually go with this one, right? And then you go click on the follow me tool and click the triangle inside of the triangle, that one. There you go. It has now made it tapered. Look how beautiful is that. Cool. Okay, makes sense. Okay, and you can watch the video. Now the only thing remaining is to make the slot right below this. So we know this is 10 and this is also 10. That's 20 on that line, that guide. So we'll go 20 in that component. So if I now double click that component, now I'm on that one. So you can actually go 20 here. So that's one. Click outside and you need to see how far are you from the edge. So tape measure and see how far you are from the edge. It's 50. Okay, again double click. We are in that component. So 50 from the edge, tape measure. I will go from here. Okay, no need of middle. Remember, always be off. 50 from there. There you go. So that's the place the slot is there. Circle, and it was 2.5, and you can drop it down 50, I think that was, or 30. Oh, it's 30. See, if you go more, it will do that one. So always go Control Z and 30. And now the slot should be beautifully done. See, slot is there. And if I now show that thing on the top, so you can see the hole will go through and through till the end. You can see the guide, that's edge there, right? So it's perfectly matching, and your bolt will go through to the other side here. Now we can do one more thing. Let's learn one more thing while we are here. And I want to get to the center of that, and maybe I will be able to show you the issue which I could face, okay, possibly. So first thing I would like to do is I want the center of this one, this circle. So I can always go the guides way. Okay, so I can go, guide is always very useful. So it was, remember, it was about 20 here, right in the middle, and it was 50 from this edge. There you go. So we have got the center, that's fine. Now I want to make a hexagon here. Oh, look, the orientation now, look, right? So it's not coming in the right orientation. That was the problem I was talking about. Now there's a way around. You come outside the surface, press the shift. So while pressing the shift, you come inside, it becomes pink, right? Okay, try to come inside while pressing shift. Okay, there you go. So somehow, so don't come on a guide, press shift, slide inwards, and you will reach there. Okay, so once you are in that, see this one, then you click and move out, and you can make a hexagon. Now this is for the nuts. I will show you what they look like. So bolt go with the nut. Now watch, this is towards the corner, and when you are measuring a nut, you can, it's easier to measure from on the parallel sides, not from the corners. So to get once you've got the measurement of the parallel sides and you want to make it with the parallel sides, you need to press Control. Control. Okay, something happened. I will try again. From here, press Shift, coming inside here, zooming in, coming out. See, okay, so it did. So when I press Control one time, it goes to the corner, other time it goes to the parallel side. So alternatively, I'm doing that. Okay, Control, pressing, it changes which side you want. So I usually like this one because easy to measure the nut in that orientation, and you can say the thickness of the from the edge to edge, the thickness of the nut was say 4 mm, is the radius 8 mm total. Okay, so I'm going to go over here, enter. Okay, so that will fill up this area. All you have to do is press the select tool, and okay, one more problem, because it's a component, we were supposed to work inside the component. Okay, so you need to go inside the component. Let me do it quickly. All our guides were not needed. Oh, that's it. That's okay. Just down Control Z a little bit, because we were supposed to go inside the component. Remember, we were in the component. You cannot work with the component while you are outside the component. You need to go inside. Tape measure 50. Quickly repeat the things. 20. Hexagon. See, orientation wrong. Press Shift, come inside, click, go out. I think it's a bit off, so I will go again, escape, click, no, Shift, go inside, zoom in, so we are right at the right place. Come out, press Control, you got a parallel, 4, enter, you got the hexagon. Now you can drop it down a little bit so that your nut also flush fits inside. So say the thickness was say 3 mm. Here you go. So you made a slot for the nut also, so that the nut also flush fits inside the surface. It's not protruding outside. Hope I make sense. Okay, in that. Now if I click outside after pressing select tool, the bolt will go from the top, flush fits there, and the nut will on the bottom hold it together, and they will all be inside nicely. You won't know that they are coming out, protruding out. I think that will be enough for this tutorial, and we have covered almost all the tools, and with this the product can be made. Good luck. Thank you.